Love triangles. Terrible, terrible
Yeah.
decisions. Extremely attractive strangers. And honestly, the number one reason why absolutely nobody, and I literally mean nobody, should be making life-changing choices while wearing restrictive swimwear.
Right. It is just a physiological recipe for absolute disaster. You are sunbaked, you're sleep-deprived, and yet, I mean, we just cannot look away from the wreckage.
Babes, welcome back and happy weekend. I am so ready to get into this mess with you today. But first, I have a little confession. Before we hit record, we actually polished off some really cute vanilla martinis.
Oh, they were very sophisticated. They gave off a very strong, like, our
Yeah.
throw pillows match our rugs kind of energy.
Exactly. But let's be real. To really get into the trenches of this specific villa chaos, we needed something, a little more traditional.
Yeah, something with a bit more of an edge to it. So we are officially pivoting.
Yes. Babes, the white peach sangria is officially on deck. I am holding a glass that is roughly the size of my head right now, and honestly, this might just be the undisputed drink of the summer.
It really is. Let's just examine the architecture of this drink for a second, because it's basically a masterpiece of deception.
Oh, completely.
You have the crisp white wine,
Okay.
right? But it's masked entirely by the peach schnapps. And then the true danger, the fresh slices soaking up all that alcohol at the bottom.
It is scientifically engineered to destroy your productivity.
Absolutely. It tricks your brain. You're looking at the fruit thinking, oh, I'm having a hydrating fruit salad. Look at my antioxidant.
Yes. The fruit is a trap.
It really is. You feel completely sober until you try to stand up, and suddenly the floor is, like, way closer than it was 10 minutes ago.
I am thoroughly convinced that adding peaches to literally anything instantly makes it feel like it costs $25 at a luxury beach club. Like, it just overrides your rational brain.
It's the ultimate psychological hack, and I'm not even going to pretend to have any self-restraint today. I am already mentally planning to make an entire second pitcher the absolute second the microphones turn off.
As you should. I'll prep the fruit. But before we cross the ocean into the villa, we have to give the Snark squad a quick update from our own lives.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Because honestly, the parallels to reality TV competition are getting a little too close for comfort. Babes, we just got back from our recreational basketball league and...
Let me just deliver the cold, hard stats right out of the gate.
Please do.
It has officially been 6 games. 6 weeks of our lives.
Yeah.
And we are still absolutely, unequivocally, undeniably not good.
Okay, wait. I need to defend myself for just 1 second.
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
I know the big picture is bleak, but let's talk about that one amazing shot I made.
I knew you were going to bring that up.
The form was flawless. For approximately 10 seconds, I genuinely thought I belonged in the WNBA draft. I was envisioning my shoe deal.
I will grant you that. It was a beautiful, isolated moment of competence. But, are we just going to aggressively pretend the air ball from the third quarter didn't happen?
Well, I know what you're talking about.
The one where you were completely unguarded, took a deep breath, and it didn't even graze the net. It just sailed into the abyss.
That is classified information. We are moving on. But honestly, the unhinged energy of adult rec sports is so funny to me. Like, the opposing teams are oddly, almost suspiciously supportive.
It borders on condescending. Honestly,
Yeah.
We're clearly struggling to dribble, and they're like, good hustle.
Right.
Great idea.
Please be honest with me. It was a terrible idea. Stop validating my failures. But babes, the most important update, the actual victory, is that we finally debuted our custom Snark side jerseys.
Yes, we did, and they are phenomenal.
The colors, the matte black, the neon pink, and the fit was surprisingly snatched. I felt like a professional athlete for exactly 30 seconds before the whistle blew.
Which brings up a very philosophical question. Is looking good on the court actually more important than winning the game?
Oh, 100%.
I aggressively agree. If the jersey is good, the scoreboard is just like a suggestion.
Exactly. If you lose by 40 points but have the best outfit, you didn't lose. You just won a different competition. But anyway, babes, we have received so much incredible love from all of you, and we appreciate every single comment, DM, and message.
We read all of them.
We really do. So you know what time it is. It's time for another round of shady, snarky, or stupid.
Yes. I have the first submission pulled up right here.
Let's hear it.
Okay. So a listener wrote in. Her best friend started dating this seemingly great guy. Meanwhile, completely separately, our listener matched with someone on a dating app. They went on 3 really great dates.
Okay, cute.
Fast forward. The best friend invites her over to meet the new boyfriend. He walks in, and he brought his brother with him.
Oh, no.
Yes. The brother is the guy from the dating app. Neither of them knew. Now the group chat is deeply uncomfortable. and the brother is completely ghosting our listener.
Oh my goodness. No. Babes, I am reacting entirely with my heart right now, but you are not the problem. I feel so much empathy for you.
Really? You don't think there was a massive logistical failure here?
It's accidental chaos. You are just out in the world swiping innocently, and the universe decides to orchestrate this bizarre collision. You did nothing wrong.
I understand the empathy, but let me play devil's advocate for a second.
Yeah.
How do you go on 3 distinct dates with an adult human man and not realize he's the biological brother of the guy your best friend is dating?
Yeah.
Do they not share a last name? Did you not do the mandatory Instagram background check? I feel like the vetting process failed miserably.
But wait, challenge that. The architecture of dating apps strips away all of that context. People hide their last names. He's just Dave, 28 on Hinge.
That's true. Dave is just a floating torso on a screen.
Exactly. And your best friend probably just calls her guy by his first name, too.
Yeah.
You're walking into a completely blind. I refuse to blame the listener.
All right, that's a fair counterpoint. So what's the official verdict? Shady, snarky, or stupid?
It is definitively stupid, but like situational stupidity. Pure accidental chaos.
I will concede to stupid.
Yeah.
But honestly, this validates my theory. Dating apps urgently need a family tree feature.
Wait, yeah.
Like, your phone should flash a warning. This user shares DNA with a man your best friend is currently seeing. Proceed with caution. It would prevent so much accidental incestuous drama.
Bumble, if you are listening to this deep dive, please implement that immediately. Okay, let's look at submission number 2. This one made my blood pressure spike.
Let's hear it.
I confided in my coworker that I had a massive crush on the new guy in accounting. She offered to be my wingman at Friday happy hour. I left early with a migraine, but went back inside to grab my jacket. I caught my coworker making out with the knee guy in the back seat of an Uber. When I confronted her, she claimed it was an accident.
An accident.
An accident.
Let's just pause and break down the absolute mechanical failure of that defense. You do not accidentally navigate a bar, open a car door, fall into the back seat, and land face first onto someone's mouth.
Right.
The laws of physics do not support this narrative.
Yeah.
That is a premeditated strike.
I literally screamed when I read the word accident. And the betrayal. The wingman cover story is the ultimate betrayal.
It's insidious.
She used your vulnerability as a Trojan horse to get close to him. She didn't want a wingman. She wanted the target.
It is high-level corporate espionage. So the verdict is incredibly straightforward, right?
Unanimously shady. Capital S.
I completely agree. But now, what is our advice? How does she professionally terrorize this coworker?
Oh, you weaponize the Microsoft Office suite. You become a ghost in the machine.
Yes. You start with the email sign-offs. You no longer use best. You use regards.
Just regards. It's so chilling. And you aggressively CC her manager on minor spelling errors, just bubbling this up for visibility.
The passive aggression is delicious. You make her corporate existence a labyrinth of minor inconveniences.
Absolutely. Well, that was a high-stakes warm-up. Babes, we got so much villa chaos to unpack, so let's get into this deep dive.
I am so ready.
So we're looking at Love Island UK, Series 13, Episode 5. It's the Friday episode. And the tension right at the start is crazy. Ellie and Samraj are on the chopping block, entirely at the mercy of the new bombshells, Kavan and Priya.
Let's pull back the curtain on this, though. The producers hyped this up, but it was the most anticlimactic power dynamic ever.
You think?
Oh, absolutely. It was a fake-out. Kavan and Priya had been there for 12 hours. They literally just went on dates with Ellie and Samraj. Did anyone logically believe they wouldn't save the only people they have a bond with?
Okay, rationally, yes. But the stress of standing around that fire pit, imagine being Ellie. You're freezing, the music is pounding, and you're just waiting to see if you have to pack your bags.
The environmental cortisol spike is real, I'll give you that. So Kavan picks Ellie, and Priya picks Samraj. But what I found fascinating was Priya's speech.
Oh my God.
She specifically mentions that Samraj is the first Indian guy she has ever dated.
The way the entire internet collectively screamed, "Priya, babes, we can tell."
It was painfully obvious. But analytically, it highlights a common dynamic. Bombshells get dropped into this hostile environment, and they experience severe culture shock.
Right, so they cling to what's familiar.
Exactly. They gravitate towards shared cultural backgrounds as a safe harbor. It's instant connection, but it's really just a survival instinct while they learn to play the game.
That makes so much sense. Okay, then we run through the rest of the choices. Yasmin picks Aiden, Lola picks Fitzy, Angelista picks Ope, Micah picks George, Jasmine picks Lorenzo, and Robin is forced into a friendship couple with Sam.
We need to stop and analyze the absolute optical illusion of Angelista and Ope.
Oh, it is pure survival.
Right, she's giving this curated speech about forehead kisses, and Ope is just standing there with this massive, unblinking smile. But if you look at the online commentary, Ope's physical type is historically not black women.
Not at all.
So is this genuine, or are they clinging to each other because they did the math and realized they had no other options?
It is 100% survival. The vibe is medically dead. There is zero romantic tension. They look like two co-workers randomly assigned to a group project.
It's very HR-approved proximity.
But speaking of dead vibes, I have to spiral about Jasmine and Lorenzo for a second. Jasmine is 28. She clearly wanted the bombshell Kavan.
But Kavan is 21.
Right, so she does the mature thing, realizes a 7-year age gap is huge in your 20s, and she pivots to Lorenzo.
Ah, Lorenzo. Let me deliver a scorching hot take right now.
Go for it.
He has a top-tier face card, objectively handsome, but internally, he has the personality of an unsalted rice cake.
I am screaming.
Look at the metaphors the women use.
Yeah.
Jasmine called him a rock, Priya called him a jelly bean. These are not compliments. These are cries for help.
They're fighting for their lives, trying to get a drop of banter out of this man.
And my hypothesis is this. He mentioned he's an only child. That explains everything. He never had to develop rapid-fire banter to survive sibling rivalry. He just exists looking beautiful in his own imagination.
That is devastatingly accurate. He's coasting on physical capital. But we have to move into the biggest drama of the night. The confrontation between Ellie and Yasmin.
The beanbag chat.
Ellie pulls Yasmin because she found out Yasmin kissed Aiden while Ellie was dumped.
Let's lay out the facts. It was a producer-mandated secret task. Yasmin had to make a choice. And we are on day 4.
Day 4.
Ellie acting like it's a massive 10-year marriage betrayal is wild.
It stressed me out so much. Ellie interrogates her like a homicide detective. And the craziest part is Yasmin starts crying in the dressing room.
A completely disproportionate response.
I was yelling at my screen, "Why are you apologizing, Yasmin? You did what you had to do to secure your man. Stand 10 toes down in your villain era."
But you know, the real villain isn't Yasmin.
Oh, I know. It's Aiden.
Aiden is playing both sides like a maestro. He tells Ellie they have unfinished business, keeping her on the hook, and then he's cuddling Yasmin an hour later.
He is coated in Teflon. Nothing sticks to him. And during all of this, can we talk about Ellie's giant emotional support handbag?
Yes, she is clutching them like physical shields.
Yeah. She confronts a woman about a kiss with a massive tote bag on her arm. I want them to get bigger every episode until she's dragging a Samsonite suitcase to the fire pit.
It grounds her during an adrenaline spike. But speaking of concerning behavior, we need to look at Aiden and his bombshell brother, Kavan.
Oh, the sibling rivalry sandwich.
They are sitting on the beanbags watching the girls fight. And Aiden is so smug, he's vibrating with satisfaction.
It's repulsive.
And then he gives Kavan this terrible advice. He tells him to drop Ellie and go after Jasmine.
Right. Which sounds supportive.
But it's highly manipulative.
Aiden
Aiden knows Ellie still likes him. By pushing his brother away from her, Aiden clears his own path and keeps Ellie as a backup option. He's using his own flesh and blood as a pawn.
He is diabolical, and Kavan just nods along, and honestly, someone needs to get Kavan some chapstick because the constant lip-licking on HD television is stressing my nervous system.
It's a nervous stick for sure. But speaking of terrible decisions, we have to talk about the Terrace.
Oh, my God. The most unhinged moment of the episode. Literally 30 seconds after the recoupling, where George lets Micah pick him, he sneaks up to the terrace with Robin.
Robin's communication style is fascinating here. She pulls him up, and it's like an HR performance review. Can we pull for a chat?
Yes.
She's just furious. She wasn't picked, complains about sleeping alone, and begs for a kiss to reassert her ego.
And George's fake hesitation. Oh, it's too early. It's disrespectful to Micah. And then he immediately pulls Robin on top of him. The whiplash.
And then the sheer audacity when Micah finds out. George instantly adopts a victim complex. She's a very emotional girl. I originally rejected it.
Cowardice. But Micah stood 10 toes down. She refused to be a second choice. Which makes sense, because George already showed a massive red flag when he called her bandana too exotic.
A blatant microaggression. Which brings us to the real-world news that wasn't fully explained on the show.
Tell him the tea.
George voluntarily leaves the villa on day 5, claiming private family reasons on Instagram.
Yeah, right.
Analytically, his game was blown up. The public hated him for the exotic comment, the women were turning on him, and he knew he'd be dumped. So he pulled the ripcord to protect his ego.
He ran for the hills. But now Micah is incredibly vulnerable and single. And we saw the teaser for Sunday. 2 new bombshells, Namibia and Victoria.
And the boys get a text to sneak out in the middle of the night for a secret date with them.
Imagine Micah waking up, George is gone, and then she realizes literally all the remaining men have also snuck out of the house. The abandonment issues are going to skyrocket.
It is literal psychological warfare. Which brings us to our segments. Let's do the couple chemistry check. Strongest couple.
I am arguing for Aiden and Yasmin. I know it's controversial and it's built on mess, but purely chemistry. The physical tension is undeniable. They actually want to rip each other's clothes off.
I reluctantly agree. It's a toxic foundation, but the primal attraction is there. Most awkward pairing. I nominate Angelista and Ope.
Oh, without a doubt.
As we discussed, their torsos are rigid, they avoid eye contact, the romantic ecosystem is dead.
Biggest flirt. I'm loudly naming Aiden. He is spinning plates like a circus performer.
He is an absolute menace. Couple most likely to implode next episode. Definitively Jasmine and Lorenzo. She is going to die of conversational thirst.
She's gonna snap. Okay, main character energy. Who owned the episode? I have to give it to Ellie. Between the massive bags and the terrifyingly calm interrogation, she drove the plot.
She was producing the show from the inside. But for biggest entrance, I give it to Kavan. Entering as a sibling and kissing the girl your brother is entangled with is top-tier chaos.
Dark poetry. Funniest moment. I'm still laughing at Priya calling Lorenzo a jelly bean after Jasmine called him a rock.
A fascinating linguistic study in frustration. Person stealing every scene. Robin. Her bizarre corporate check-ins before trying to steal men is high camp comedy.
Let's put a pin in your feelings while I ruin your life.
Deeply unhinged. Okay, red flag radar. Biggest red flag. I am screaming George.
Unquestionably.
The exotic comment plus the Terrace betrayal. He's a walking crimson banner. Most suspicious behavior. Aiden giving his brother that advice. It is dark-sided, Machiavellian behavior.
Which makes him the biggest player, too. He's operating on multiple levels of manipulation.
Contestant making the worst decisions. Robin, begging a man to kiss you after he just publicly committed someone else is a terrible tactical look.
Absolute social suicide. Okay, Beggs, Villa Crystal Ball. Surprise recouplings. I predict Ellie will cave, dump Kavan, and go back to Aiden.
Tragically realistic. Future heartbreak. I worry for Micah. She is stranded and at the mercy of the numbers.
We must protect her. Secret crushes. I think Lorenzo secretly wants Micah. Her bubbly energy perfectly balances his extreme conversational dryness.
I can see the logic there. New bombshell drama. I predict Namibia and Victoria bypass the single guys and go straight for Aiden and Samraj, creating a chaotic Pentagon.
Yes, the geometry of disaster. Okay, give me one completely unhinged prediction. I predict Ellie will decide to just date both brothers simultaneously and force them to fight for her in a physical challenge.
I predict that around episode 10, Lorenzo's skin will peel back, revealing he is an AI generated by producers. It's the only logical explanation for his lack of human emotion.
Honestly, I wouldn't even blink. What a messy episode. But babes, now we need to hear from you.
Yes, the Snark Squad.
4 vital questions. Answer in the comments or DMs. 1. Which listener confession deserved the biggest side-eye?
2. Is the White Peach Sangria officially the undisputed drink of the summer?
3. Which villa couple are you genuinely rooting for, or are they all doomed?
And 4. Would you rather win the Recca basketball game or lose but have the absolute best outfit on the court?
We need to know. Thank you so much for exploring this mess with us today.
Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share this deep dive with your absolute messiest friend.
Stay flirty, stay messy, and we'll see you on the Snark side.